In a world full of routine, two degenerates emerge to remind us to embrace life. Krista and Jason aren't the cruisers we need or deserve, but they are here anyway. They're just soulmates with a GoPro, a moderate tolerance for alcohol, and a thirst for fun. Let's celebrate the day.
Well,
it's over.
The time has come. It's 7:07, Saturday morning. Debarkation day. That's depressing as fuck.
That is really depressing, especially when you think of when our next cruise is.
Yeah.
It's literally next year.
Yeah.
We have like almost five or 6 months.
That's life, huh? So the ship is in port. You can see through the portholes that there's port there. That's why they call them portholes, I guess, so you can see the port. I need a ship with sea holes.
Right. So all the ships we've ever been on, the alcohol you picked up, or they delivered to your room the night before, and this one you had to go pick up in the nightclub.
Yeah, we'll maybe we'll gather up our list like we did when we were on the Victory.
Yeah.
And do the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Of what we liked and didn't like. Not that it really matters, but
no.
Yeah, we'll tag that on.
We have some that are still on the list.
Debarkation day. That's not. This would literally be the end of it. So it'd be like, hey, celebrate the day. There's an hour or a minute and 16 minutes for you. Or a minute and 16 seconds. Yeah.
We're tired.
We had a good day.
We did. We've had a great cruise. Yeah. It's been exciting. We got to meet lots of people.
All right, so stay tuned. We'll let you know how long it took us to get off board and all that stuff, and when we get to this truck.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye. All right. So it is
7:53.
7:53. We are in the truck with our luggage through customs and leaving the parking lot. It just seems like every time we come, I love this parking space. They're really nice.
Yeah, the van was waiting right there.
Right?
I mean, it ain't much to look at. It's dirt.
It's a dirt parking lot.
Right.
They're fast, they're efficient, and
2 minutes to port, and we've never had to wait on and make that phone call.
No. And we saw people that were really upset because their ride wasn't here, and we didn't have any issues.
Nope.
So, there's that.
We gone. All right, so as promised, we will do our feedback on the love bug.
The love bug.
So the feedback on the Carnival Paradise.
Okay.
We thought up some things that that impacted our experience, be they negative or positive or however you want to take it.
Okay.
Okay.
Lifeboats.
Lifeboats on the upper Lido deck blocking your view. It's a necessity. We get it, but it just, you're going up there to see out over the ocean, and there's a lifeboat that's there in case you need it.
Yes.
We like that it's there in case we need it. So it just is what it is. It's there.
I just don't need to see it all the time.
Well, they can't just like blow them up, I guess, but the newer ships are designed in a way to where they're hidden a little better.
Fun fact, all of the crew lifeboats are literally blow-up boats. They don't get the fancy ones.
So, well, when it comes down to saving lives, I hope we never need it. I would rather they haul them around right in plain view in case we do. History teaches us that lifeboats are good.
Yes.
So
lifeboats are
it
awesome.
is what it is. They're there, okay? And it will obstruct your view if you're on the upper Lido trying to look out over the ocean.
Right. Blue iguana.
Hours. Man, what is it with that? It's like it's run by the freaking government, and they just open when they feel like it. Why can I not get a taco all the time, or at least...
It's like 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, right. And that's it.
So I was taco deprived.
Taco deprived.
Count that as a negative mark. Just is what it is. That's the hours that they have.
Yeah, it's just, it was sad. A lot of opportunity that we could have had that we didn't. Shady Areas.
So if you want to be in the shade, it seems like there was one covered smoking area that had like a tarp over the top, whatever you want to call it, one of those
shade sail type things.
Yeah, and that was cool. And there was more umbrellas around in areas where people would want. Other than that, it seems like you get tucked away in the shade in an area that's stagnant and the air's not
Yeah.
moving. So it's quite hot to sit underneath the shade.
I agree.
Once again, I wish they could open those windows or whatever, but one guy drops his baby and
Then the windows are closed.
right. So it is what it is. Okay, so the smoking area, we liked it better on this ship
Yep.
than the Liberty for sure,
Yes.
or the Victory. Sorry.
Victory.
The Victory was so much engine noise you couldn't barely have a conversation. People would come, they'd have their cigarette, they'd bail.
Yeah. It was on
The
the
smoking
hottest-
area on the Paradise was the social area.
Yes. With nice rattan chairs and little
Right.
tables.
Not a lot of
waiter
a ton of
service.
space, but it was a nicer smoking area if you didn't want to be in a casino and you wanted to be outside.
Yeah.
Part of it was undercover, and
Yes.
part of it was under umbrella or just chairs in the sun. But
Right.
yeah, way better layout and fun place to chill with fellow vapor smokers.
Yep. Dive-in movies.
No dive-in movie on the Paradise. Not that it's a deal breaker for us. Once again, we're gonna scratch some really shallow shit here.
Right.
But there was movies. They were just held in the
Comedy club.
comedy club or wherever they could find a screen.
Yeah.
So if you want to be like in an indoor theater, but that's kind of the whole dive-in movie thing is a movie in the Lido.
Right.
So, but it just wasn't there, nor there's no screen, so it would be hard to do that.
Ship noise.
Yeah, I kind of hit on that with the smoking area, but
Yeah.
this ship was quiet. And we were
Very
in a
quiet.
room that supposedly had a lot of anchor noise on the reviews of it and stuff like that. The 3 rooms from the front of the ship.
Yeah, none.
And everywhere we went, there wasn't an overbearing sound of mechanical stuff happening,
That's
blowers
true.
and things.
That's true.
So
I'm drinking Pedialyte, guys. The candy coat closet.
yeah, so the candy store is, they tried with the upgrade to put the candy store on the ship, but it literally might have been a closet. Krista thinks it was.
I think it was a janitorial closet. I think what they did was they tried to take all of the 2.0 upgrades and put them on this smaller ship, and they really had to utilize as much space as they could. And I swear this is a janitorial closet that was converted to candy store.
There you go.
Elevators.
There were 3 elevators broken on this ship at maybe alternating times, but it seemed like they were out of order signs on the elevators, which made the elevator difficult to catch.
Not during,
Yeah, now baggage moving times aside, but
yep.
that was baggage moving times was until this morning when we got off the ship.
Right.
But, just getting around the ship required
A lot
use
of
the
stairs.
stairs. So Krista's sore from stair use.
I am really sore from stair use.
Thank God we were on 6 and not 1.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Toilet paper.
So believe it or not, no one's taken my suggestion and moved up the ladder to something that doesn't sand your asshole raw.
It
It's awful.
it's
still
a
awful.
real issue. Yeah. I think the miracle it wasn't as bad. I think they literally downgraded their toilet paper, and I will not cruise again without bringing at least 2 rolls of toilet paper and possibly some diaper rash ointment to help solve some of these issues.
Toilet paper's awful, and your eating's all out of whack. You're overindulging, drinking food and
Yeah.
sweets and whatever, and then you need the toilet paper more often than you might at home. And the toilet paper available to you is basically 60
Sandpaper.
grit.
It's sandpaper.
Freaking awful.
Yeah.
And
it's-
we hear there's a reason behind it, that the way the septic works and blah 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 blah. But
Yeah.
my butthole doesn't care.
my butthole does not give any
And
fucks.
I'm just glad I'm a dude and I don't need to dab my pee-pee.
Because I'm totally
That
sore
would
everywhere.
change the way I walk.
It does. It totally does.
So enough said about the toilet paper. I know it seems funny,
It's
but
probably going to come.
in reality, it's not.
No, it's not. One thing on this ship that I noticed, we knew it going into it, and I didn't realize it was going to be a big deal for me, but I have been on ships that have only had an alchemy bar, and this one had a martini bar, but didn't serve my favorite alchemy bar drinks.
Yeah, we were
In-
hoping that they would serve alchemy-ish drinks, but it
Yeah.
wasn't really the case.
They did have the spicy pineapple chipotle drink. I didn't try it. I'm not.
So tied in with the Alchemy would be the Red Frog Pub, and there's
Yeah.
neither one of those on this ship. The drinks that they did offer, they were plenty good.
Oh yeah.
We worked our way through the list,
Yeah.
and we had a good time, and would have liked a cucumber sunrise.
I would have really liked a cucumber.
Would have
sunrise.
liked a Red's painkiller.
I would have loved a painkiller. I tried to order painkillers, and we got
shot down.
we got some things.
We
that
didn't just go like, well, that's it, then we're not drinking. We just found the next thing, you know.
Yeah,
we moved
yeah.
along. But it's not there, and
Yeah, it was a
is
bummer.
what it is.
Booze pickup. If you buy booze and port or buy booze on the ship, alcohol, sorry. If you buy it on the ship, and all our ships that we bought alcohol on, they bring it to our room the night before.
Yep.
And this one, we had to pick it up between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. debarkation morning in the nightclub.
And we thought that was going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a nightmare, and it turned out not a lot of people bought the alcohol I thought they were.
Or they were coming later, but there wasn't a huge line, and
No.
Krista made it up there and got our BBD,
Yep.
and
2 coffees
we
in less
were
than
off
a
the
half an
ship
hour.
in before 8. So
Yeah.
it turned out not to be a thing, but I really do not mind. I don't consume the alcohol the night,
No.
you know, when they give it up, but it feels like we're getting full service when you come back to your room
Yep.
and there's the booze you bought, and it doesn't require any effort from you.
That's true. Main dining room. Anytime dining, early dining, or late dining?
We've always done early dining because it coincides with our dinner here at the house, basically, time.
Mm-hmm.
And so to try and, I don't even know what we're thinking, but we have always done it because we thought that we were early
That was the
eaters.
thing, right?
And I think we're going to switch to anytime dining because we keep conflicting our schedule that we'd like to see a show or do a thing with our dining time.
Which segues into all of the fun stuff to do are between 6 p.m. and midnight.
Right, especially if you're an adult, which I think most cruisers are.
Yeah.
They don't start really kicking off the production stuff
No.
until late in the evening, so that makes the sea day kind of suck.
It does.
If you're not a gambler or you don't want to sit out in the sun for 12 hours and shop,
Yeah.
or whatever it is that, trivia.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
maybe we cruise a little more than the average bear, but we have a Build-A-Bear,
Too.
and so we didn't do Build-A-Bear, we didn't do towel folding,
No.
so, we didn't do bingo.
I'd love to see them change, possibly annually, every 6 months, or I don't know. But I wish the sea day schedules were different because it just seems like there's, you're either frying on the Lido or you're stuck inside doing bingo or you're taking a nap and watching the TV.
Yeah, and we're, to full disclosure, Krista and I think we're explorer.
Yes.
That's our cruise type of all of these cruise types.
Yes.
We're the explorer. So what we really like is port.
We do like
we
ports.
want to get off the ship
We
and
are
check
port
something
people.
out. So sea day, we're looking for something to explore, and we had 2 sea days on this trip, so there's only so much you can explore on a ship that's 900 foot long.
Right?
Yeah,
But-
if we were a little more balanced, we would have a better time on the sea day. That we're not running around looking for something to do.
Yeah.
But you eat.
Now, we did do one thing on a sea day, this cruise, that we've never done before, and that was the Behind the Fun tour.
Yeah, highly recommend the Behind the Fun tour at least once. $55. They threw a bunch of swag our way. We got a hat, a
Hats
silicone
and
wristband.
Lanyard,
The
a
head
photo with the
chef
captain.
sent us some chocolate
Strawberries
covered strawberries and some treats, and it was really, really cool to see some of that stuff. I wish we could go to the engine room,
Yeah.
or they had some live feed of the engine room where you could see that from the tour. They won't take you down there. So.
No.
But we saw a bunch of the behind the scenes stuff, and it cool.
I was really, really impressed with how clean the kitchen was.
Mm-hmm.
You could eat off the ceiling. And then the laundry room. Everybody talks about how they don't wash the laundry very well, which is why probably everybody gets sick. But fun fact, they add antibacterial to every wash. And they dry everything at a certain temperature for a certain period of time to further antibacterial, the towels and the sheets and
we don't have any experience in the hospitality industry,
No.
so we don't have any idea how laundry is done out there. You know, we know how we do it at the house. So seeing the area where they do the laundry, I was like, oh, okay, here we go with the laundry room, yay! And I was actually like, that is cool as shit. That is big ass machine
Right?
that would fold a sheet up,
Yeah.
dry it and fold it.
Dry it and fold it in less than 60 seconds, I think it
Yeah,
was. It was
cool.
incredible.
It was cool.
And a washing machine big enough that I could do all the laundry in the house in one load.
I could do the neighborhood's laundry. Well, I mean, obviously you need it, so there you go. And crew laundry, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was neat. So
I like the fact that they had all the guest laundry actually like locked behind a cage with its own machines and everything. I thought that was really cool.
yeah.
But I was really impressed with the level of recycling they go to.
Definitely.
They took it to a level I didn't think they would.
Well,
I mean,
we all know Carnival's troubled past.
Yes.
You know, not being, or so, the storyline being that they're not good stewards of the environment.
Yeah.
And the behind-the-scenes stuff that we saw of the food recycling, the trash recycling, paper cans, whatever you want, you know.
they're going through every bag of trash that comes off the ship or it comes, out of the ship. They take it down and they actually sort through all that trash and they pull, especially the food trash, and they pull out the bones because that's considered not a soft
You won't
item,
find
and
the margarine in the wrapper anymore,
Nope.
and they're moving to the paper straw and the sugar
straws and the
which is-
paper lids on the coffee and
Yep. So they're we've noticed a lot of changes just from the last
Yeah.
time that we were out, which was a ways back. But I thought it was really cool, and it's basically chumming with the food that you throw away.
Yeah, so the dolphins that are swimming behind the boat, they're just happy that Guy's Burgers is in that chum that they're throwing out. Desserts in the buffet.
They're still not phenomenal. I heard that they upgraded the desserts since the last time we cruised, and the MDR has such phenomenal desserts that the Lido buffet seems more like a Golden Corral dessert.
Yeah,
It's not awful.
no.
I'm not by any means. I give it a 7 out of 10, but the MDR, to compare it to the other desserts on the ship, is just so much better.
Well, and you can't get a chocolate melting cake unless you're at the
It would be
MDR.
nice if you could, right? If there was like a chocolate melting cake station, that
Right.
shit would be packed.
That would be packed. Toilet paper's on my list again.
See, there you go.
So, they do have a bunch of fresh fruit at the dessert bar in the buffet. I really enjoyed that. I was able to get a fresh pear and a fresh banana and a fresh apple and a watermelon pineapple combo. And so I really did enjoy the fresh fruit.
And all the ice cream machines were working.
Yes.
We didn't have a problem getting an ice cream. They
No.
still had cones. So I think they've addressed some of those complaints that I've read online of the people that are like, you can never
Yeah.
get an ice cream. It's out of cones. We never had any of that. We walked
No.
up and got ice cream multiple times, and it was all good.
Um,
Frozen yogurt and ice cream.
is it going to be, every meal that you have on the ship, is it going to be, for all the foodies, are you going to be overly impressed with all the food options?
On
Carnival.
Lido MDR?
In general.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm not a foodie so much, but I thought that the food was really good.
Yeah.
I had short ribs in the on the Lido buffet last night, and man, they were falling off the rib.
They were
You
falling
couldn't
off the
hardly
rib.
pick the damn thing up, and the meat was just falling off of it. The pork, I'm sorry. And the pizza was good as usual.
Yeah.
We had a few of the salad items, and
There was a little too much anchovy paste, I believe, in the Caesar salad dressing, but I don't know if you've seen my vlogs or our vlogs, but I really like Caesar salad, and so I was just nitpicking.
yeah, and I thought that the salads were really well done. We
Yes.
love the deli. We go down there and get a BLT, or you get a room service BLT, and the
Yep.
BLTs are so awesome.
Yep, they don't skimp on the bacon.
I was a little disappointed in the fry count on the breakfast burger. I had 9 whole fries, well, 9 pieces
Nine
of
pieces
fries.
of fries.
So, just
I think they were just throwing it on there to fill up the plate. I don't think it was supposed
well,
to
if
be
it
a
says it
menu
comes
item.
with fries, then
Give me more than 9.
if you go to McDonald's and you get like a quarter box of fries, you're gonna be pissed about it.
Yeah.
Right? So I just thought it was a little. Come on now. Krista had 15 fries.
I had 15.
9. So I'm like, what, is somebody eating my fries on the way up? Is this just like the guy that goes and the person that goes to McDonald's and gets the hamburger, the dinner,
Yeah.
gets to have the bags
The
of
bag of
fries?
fries,
Everything,
yeah.
if it's not in a container, is mine.
Embarkation and debarkation.
Man, slick. Well, I don't know if this is a Paradise thing or a Tampa thing, but man, we were on in a jiff and off in a jiff.
We were in our room at 7:21 and decided, well, if they're debarking early, let's go. And we were in the truck at 7:52.
Yeah, this is with Faster to the Fun, but man, we were off and through security, through customs. Yeah,
It was
so
painless.
Slick. And the parking, that Park for Cruise place in Tampa is phenomenal. We got on, and somebody that we got on with forgot stuff, so the guy just circled the block. We got it. We're still over at the ship in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
And then this morning we got off the ship. The van was already parked there, and it was just us two. And I'm like, "Well, you want to wait for some more people?" It's like, "No, get in, man. Let's go." And he just took us right over to the truck. So the Park for Cruise obviously helps.
Yeah, and it is cheaper than parking at the port. And
Definitely.
they pick you up at the vehicle and drop you off at the vehicle. And like parking at the terminal, you have to drag your luggage across the street. So.
And we've had good experience with off-site parking in Canaveral and Tampa.
Yes. We
Miami,
did not try it in Miami.
There's nowhere to park. There's no off-site park. Well, there is. It's just across the bridge.
Yeah, which is.
So now it's a longer drive and all that. And, there comes a point where it's not worth saving the $5 or $10 or whatever.
Shows.
Shows on the Paradise that we saw 3 shows. Epic Rock.
80s, Epic Rocks, and Amor Cubano.
Yeah, and all those shows were phenomenal, man. And we love the shows. We feel like we're really getting our value worth when we see fantastic shows.
But we hadn't seen any of those shows in the past, and so it was
all new shows for us.
All new shows for us, which
you could see the amount of effort that the performers put into the shows, the amount of effort that the people behind the scenes that came up with the choreography and the stage work. This is the first time I've seen obvious incorporation between the video screen and the performer.
Yep.
Just the amount of detail that everybody's paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup, the costumes, the rotating stage on the Paradise. I don't
that was
recall
pretty
having
cool.
a rotating stage before, so that was pretty cool.
That was.
But man, really, we left every show impressed.
The dancers, they were all incredible.
Yeah.
So. Bar lines. The line at the bar was
awesome. I'm still a big fan of that little beer cart on Norwegian. That if you want a beer, there's going to be somebody coming around, or you just walk over to that little basic giant ice chest on wheels and grab yourself a beer and be done with it. Versus standing in line behind a bunch of people that are looking for a Miami Vice and complex cocktails, while all you need is a guy to pop a top off a beer for you.
And that would be a great use of space for the Blue Iguana because they're never open. So, pop a beer line right there, folks.
Yeah, and there was 2 beer stations, that pour your own beer thing.
Yeah.
And somebody said that it was less expensive. The math didn't really work out like that for me, there never was anybody there either. And we did see the staff maintaining it once.
Oh, yeah.
And it's in the buffet area, so it's not even on the Lido, which would be where it would be.
Right.
You might get a little more activity out of that had it been on the Lido versus having to walk in there.
True.
And if there was even a line, which we didn't ever experience too long of a wait for a drink or something that I would consider a long wait, the bar that was at the back of the ship in the Lido, in that buffet area,
there was no line there.
Man, you could walk up there and get anything you wanted as quick as you'd be the first guy in line. So.
Yep. Our room steward, Dewa, was like a ninja. Okay, we would leave and go to do something, and we'd come back in an hour, and the bed was made. And then we'd lay on
sit on it. And
all we did was sit on it, and he'd straighten that thing up.
Got that thing like a trampoline again.
So our room steward was incredible.
He must have thought that I had some sort of sickness because I blew the toilet.
Hence the toilet paper.
Yeah, here we go.
But Dewa was great. Candy was great. She was the one that gave us the Behind the Fun tour. Leon and Trevor Leon was the cruise director, and Trevor was part of the fun squad, and both of those guys stood out for me.
I only had one interaction with a staff member that wasn't completely positive, and it was probably my bad. And man, the rest of the staff, they did so good that you notice they did good. Where
Yes.
your normal interaction with hospitality would be if they do their job right, you wouldn't even notice it. You know, you eat when
But
you feel like you should be eating, you drink it when you feel like you should be drinking,
Yeah.
you know, your room's as clean as you expect it to be, blah, 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 blah.
Our MDR server actually recognized us or paid attention. I don't know, but she addressed us by name in the
That's a gift
on
with
the
all of
C-Day
those people.
brunch.
There's got to be training for that.
Yeah,
because
I don't know.
Not everybody they hire can have a photographic memory to know different people's names every 4 or 5 days or
Right,
whatever. You know?
and Dwa was putting out, you know, cards and welcome aboard letters this morning when I went to get our booze. So
memorizing another 30
memorizing
people's
another,
names.
yeah.
Yeah. The Leon and Trevor especially come to mind. They were just ever present. They were everywhere. They were hyping the crowd. They were just fun to be around. They made sure to stop and say hello. We let Trevor have dinner, and then once he got up from the table, we sort of like, hey, Trevor, can we ask you a question? And he sat there for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Leon was on his way to another function. He had something in his hand that he needed to get to, and he made sure to stop and recognize Krista and I and just say hello.
Yeah, it was awesome. I can't say enough about the Carnival staff.
Yeah. On the Paradise for sure.
On the Paradise, yes. Did you have a? I know we brought poopery, but did you have? Was poopery needed throughout the ship? Because this has been called the poo-poo ship.
Yeah,
by
we
some.
read the reviews and we knew what we were signing up for. And there is areas where we did smell gray water. Not overly pungent to where it made you gag or, you know, hold your mouth or, you know, do the thing where something stinky. There were probably more people doing crop dusting than there were areas where it actually smelled like gray water. But
Sorry for anybody walking behind me.
yeah, we had multiple dinners and lunches and breakfasts. So our bad on that one. But it is there. There are areas that I noticed consistently did have a little bit of gray water smell.
Yep.
Nothing overpowering, nothing that would ruin your day,
Nope.
make you change routes. It just was there. No, I wouldn't say it was all over the ship.
No.
There wasn't
There was a
anywhere
couple. Yeah, it wasn't consistent.
stairwells and things like that. Just
It wasn't consistent. Apparently, there was a lot of people that hit drink 15 because I did smell, and they were right there. I mean, sterilizing and sanitizing, but you could tell. Well, they drained the pool that one day.
Yeah, somebody threw up in the pool. We don't know. We didn't see it happen. We heard that they drained the pool, and the pool was closed for a period of time. So I don't know if it was a child that got sick or if it was just somebody that had too much to drink.
And we saw that a lot.
Yeah, and the 15 drink limit. You know, come on, just everybody try and be a freaking grown up. If you're
gonna drink,
if you're
be
throwing up at 8
responsible.
drinks, then 15 drinks don't matter much. And if
Right.
if you can drink 15 drinks and still carry on with the rest of having a good time, then far out. We did see people that were over intoxicated.
Yes.
You know, and that's a moving scale. So what you think might be overly intoxicated might be me.
I
don't know.
was.
But
The Serenity deck on this ship
it's
was
just mediocre to me.
it just wasn't a thing. I mean, I wasn't.
The Miracle has such a great Serenity.
I
with
loved
the
the clamshells. It gave you privacy. It gave you a
The
little more
pool.
intimacy.
The pool.
Yes,
No,
the
just
pool.
2 hot tubs there. You know, no pool on the Serenity.
I don't want a hot tub.
And
in
you know, I
hot
get
weather.
it. It's a fantasy class ship, and 900 feet, you can't fit a swimming pool on a Serenity deck.
Yep.
The undercover area was once again kind of stagnant.
Yep.
You know,
There was no
air-wise.
air.
So your choice was to be undercover and hot, or out in the sun.
Right. And there were a lot of places to sit on this ship.
Yeah, we never struggled for a small ship too. You would think,
Right.
you know, this would be, you know, reserved chairs with towels in them and crap like that, and we
didn't
were
have
able
that
to
issue.
grab a chair every time we wanted to sit.
We only had the chairs. Well, I have to say though, there were towels covering all those lounge chairs one day.
I know, those dickheads.
Right? All those animals were everywhere. It was craziness, I tell you. But I do notice that I think we are port people and not ship people.
We are definitely port people. We are basically Christopher Columbus a few hundred years too late.
Yes, we enjoy exploring the port. So for us, sea days.
We booked this cruise. We knew it had 2 sea days. and not being big FE shoppers, not being big
Bingo.
gamblers. We're not trivia people. We're not.
Bingo.
Yeah, we've done the Build-A-Bear, so we didn't really
Yeah.
feel a calling to go to Build-A-Bear. We've done the towel folding.
Yeah. I'd like to see some other things come out. I think there's so many other things that Carnival could do, just to bring a little more excitement. Like, have some of the shows, instead of having the performers do 2 shows a night, have them do 1 show in the afternoon on a C day and the other one at night.
Yeah, give me something.
I think that would, or have the Fun Squad do more dance and music shows with.
Throw a comedy show.
Yeah,
in the
comedy
middle of the day.
show, something in the middle of the day.
There's a guy playing a steel drum, or a guy in a guitar, or there's 1 or 2 people running a show that the crowd is the show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on where the crowd is the show with the hairy chest contest, or whatever else they drag them up.
Yeah.
Including Quest and shows like that. We went to the Liars Club. That was fun.
That was actually fun.
That would have been fun to have during the day, and that was only
I agree.
a few people.
I agree.
That didn't require a lot of production value on Carnival's part.
We need to do a huge shout out to Doug and Cindy and Brian and Christy for being on the cruise ship with us. None of this was really planned. We just kind of we ended up on the same ship.
Basically, and we won the lottery on fun on that one.
Yep. I wish you could have done the whiskey class with Brian yesterday.
Yeah, well, it turned into a Moscow Mule class when we tried to go the first time, and so we weren't feeling that, and then we just didn't remember that it was going on. And it was a pay event anyway. We were doing Behind the Fun.
Behind the Fun yesterday,
so, It was. We weren't ever. I wouldn't say that we were bored the entire time.
Oh gosh, no. But
being port people, sea days are a little tough for us.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't take very long to explore a 900-foot long ship.
No. Carnival Paradise, would you do it again?
Absolutely, yeah. Love the layout of the ship. I get that it's a smaller ship, and that's why the candy store, the
is in the
cherry
closet.
on top is small. Why there's no sports bar, there's no alchemy bar, there's no Red Frog pub. There's no movie on deck. It's a smaller ship, and this, you know that when you get on and you enjoy the smaller ship thing and sacrifice the big ship thing.
I would rather see that martini bar turn into an alchemy bar, and they could do that really easily, but because the space is already there.
And it would probably be too packed.
Yeah.
It's basically a really long bar against a stairwell railing.
Well, it's against the back of the Normandy Lounge, which is the show lounge.
There isn't a big area behind it.
No.
So but it would also create maybe a little more use of the seating area on both sides of that. So, I'm not in charge of Carnival. We had a really good time. They'll get more of our money in the future, willingly, and we had a very, very good time. So,
food was great. People were great.
Yep. To find something negative, you really gotta be superficial. So
yeah. So with that being said, celebrate the day.
Celebrate the day.
Much love to our friends. Be the good in the world. Spread the love and go out on an adventure. Please like, comment, and subscribe.